Yo ho, mateys! Shiver me timbers, and timber me chivies. Nuclear Clown TV is live and on the air. I am Captain the Irradiated One, and this is my adorable first mate. Today, I'd like to talk with you about 7th Sea, because I've gotten kind of away from my roots, as it were, and I've been doing a lot of movie reviews and stuff like that, and I gotta get back into reviewing good old-fashioned dorky role-playing games, or else my people will rise up and slay me. 7th Sea is a pirate kind of age-type adventure where it mirrors Earth, kind of, in the nations of Earth, but there's magic and monsters and stuff like that. Like, you have, the Montana are French, and the Iceland are German, and Yhaaaarrrs are Russian, and stuff like that. And it does a very good job of kind of putting together the histories of the world, but using different characters. Kind of like that Elseworlds thing from DC, if you're a comic person. And 7th Sea, I'll say it right off the bat, is a really great game. I like it a whole bunch, but like most stuff I like, there's problems here that I will address. Overall, it's great. I recommend you try it out, but undoubtedly you'll probably want to do some tweaks here or there. First, I want to. Well, it's hard to get. First of all, 7th Sea is pretty tough to find. You can get the PDFs for pretty much all the books they ever released for it on RPG Net, RPG Find, whatever that thing when you buy the PDFs. I forget what it's called, but finding the actual hard physical books is probably going to be a little bit of a chore for you. You're not missing out on too much because they kind of fall apart after a while. They're not really the quality isn't really all that great for these books. The spine will start to get messed up, and the inside will start to kind of just fall apart and disintegrate after a while. So yeah, you can find it online in PDF form. Really good game, so let's get into it. I have a real soft spot in my heart for 7th Sea because it was the first real game that says you're special. You're not like everyone else. You're the star of a movie, and as such, you can absorb more punishment and things like that. I talk like this a lot in my reviews about how in a lot of games you don't really feel that special, where you kind of should, because if you're the main character of a movie or a story or a role-playing game, which is kind of how I envision it, you should be a little bit better than just normal muggers and stuff like that. And 7th Sea does this beautifully. Your stats work differently than other people. You could take more wounds than other people, and they introduced this thing called brute squads, where you can get attacked by more than one person, and they kind of attack as a mob, and you can take them on, pretty comfortably. They have different ratings of brute squads, but it's kind of neat to play in a game where you're by yourself and you could take out, 6 guys in like two turns, if you roll well enough. They did a really great job on that. The dice system uses the D10 exploding system, the roll and keep system from Legend of the Five Rings, which is another game they do, which is pretty neat. I'm going to say this is a lot more fun than Legends of the Five Rings. I have Legend of the Five Rings, but I've never really played it, but I've read through it. And, the whole samurai thing is cool to play in, but it's kind of restrictive, sort of. This is more kind of that romantic, adventurous, just lighthearted and fun type story that I really, really like a lot. And it's got magic and monsters and good stuff. Really good game. If you can get it, I would. But be prepared for some things. Now we're going to go into the bad part of the review. They give you 100 points to make your character. And you can get 110 if you take like a flaw, a hubris. And that's cool, and you will, because you're never going to have enough points. You could join one of the prestigious swordsman schools, and you pick a different school for your nation, or you could join one that's not of your nation for a little bit extra. But this costs you 25 points. That's a whole lot, and swordsman schools don't really help you that much. It means you can legally instigate and fight duels. Thanks for 25 points. They do give you special abilities per your school that come in, depending on how good you are, apprentice, journeyman, and master. But I'll tell you, you're never going to get beyond apprentice because it's fucking impossible. Because they give you these little side skills that you have to get up to 4, all of them up to 4 to raise to the next level. And then to become a master, they all have to be at 5. You're never going to accomplish this because it costs way too much experience. So first, you spend 25 points just to be a member of a swordsman guild, which, let's face it, if you're playing a game like this, you want to be a swordsman, and you want to be in swordsman duels, because that's kind of the point of the game. It's sort of like, what you think of right away when you think of a game like this. But it's going to cost you. So, and the worst part is, there's an edge called, or an advantage called Swordsman's Guild membership, where you're a member of the guild anyway. That's like 3 or 4 points. So let me get this straight. I can spend 25 points and get a little ability that's kind of neat, or maybe not, that's never going to really improve, and I'm going to have to pour experience into these skills that I'm never going to use just to advance in my swordsman school. Or I could keep those 25 points, and I could get the same rights as a swordsman for 4 points. 4 points, and I will spend the leftover points on combat advantages, or I will spend it on attributes, and then we will fight. You who spent 25 points, at least, on your swordsman, against me, who did not, yet we have the same right, and I will kick your fucking ass because I use my points wisely. Of course, that's not really the right way to look at it, it's like, the Swordsman Guild, the different fighting styles are all very cool, and they're all very neat, but they're way too expensive. You're going to end up with a guy whose stats aren't that great because you picked the Swordsman Guild, the Swordsman School to be a part of a Swordsman School, and it's just going to make you upset. And then you're going to have to blow experience if you want to improve to get the really neat Swordsman abilities. You want to improve your skills, so you're wasting points and skills you're never really going to use too much. And I think that is just a huge mistake. Furthermore, if you want to be a sorcerer, guess how many points you're going to have to spend? Motherfucking 40. 40 points, and I will tell you right now, the sorcery in 7th Sea is not all that great. It's not powerful. It's not really impressive. The best one is probably Yhaaaarrrr, because you can turn into animals right off the bat. The other ones, like Montaigne has like teleporting, not teleporting, but they can travel great distances by little portals they open up. But you can't take other people with you or travel yourself until you get to the 2nd level, which again, just like Swordsman Guild, you have to buy your little skills and raise them all up to 4, which costs an ungodly amount of experience to raise 4 separate skills up to 4, when at character creation, at max, they can only go up to 3, and by the way, they cost 3 points apiece because they're advanced knacks, which leads me to my next gripe about this game. Advanced knacks. They're like skills, but they're way more expensive. They're, like, for example, if you purchase the Courtier skill package, Gossip is an advanced knack, which means you have to pay 3 points for one level in Gossip. Now, once the game starts, advanced knacks and regular knacks cost the same amount of experience to raise, which is bullcrap, because if you're spending that much to purchase them, why are they the same to raise with experience? Nobody's told me this yet. I don't like this at all. I had to pretty much cut a lot of the shit out of the game because it just takes away from the fun. There are way too many skills in here. The advanced knacks are total BS. It's just to rob you of your points, and sorcery is not that great. It needs a drastic overhaul. I like the ideas, but in practice, it's just not that good. So yeah, that's those are the bad parts, but I don't want to come down hard on this game because it is a really great game, and I would highly, highly suggest you try it. And another thing, you have drama dice that you could spend to add to your rolls. A lot of games have this sort of system. And but what I don't like, and some other games do this too, whenever you spend a drama die, the game master gets one to use against you, which is like, well, then what's the point? I mean, if you're spending a drama die to succeed on a wound check, let's say, and then their next attack they're just going to spend the drama die back at you, it's kind of annoying. I don't use that rule. If you spend a drama die, God bless you and yours. I'm not gonna get one because it's wrong, man. You're the player's the hero. Let's make let's give them what they want here. The world is really really fun, and that counts for a whole lot. So this is Nuclear Clown TV. All my nuklings and nuklets out there, and you have a good day, and you ride those 7 seas, and you do what it is you do, and you raid and you pillage and take from your enemy what he has taken from thou. Walk the plank.